The fact that someone's really able to get through to some of these people who have gone through so much hurt, who are going in spirals, who are a broken record, and the fact that someone could do this, help a person in such a way, is incredibly meaningful. And I said, wow, why can't I do it? So I said, well, why don't I learn? Alright, hi, I'm Chris. I'm 19, I'm a junior, and I'm a psych major. I do a lot, I play guitar. I read occasionally. Yeah, look at this one. This was the first book I read by Young, actually. It took a while for me to read, though. It took me like a couple days, honestly. You can see some of these photos. The idea is trying to show off the self and conceptions of it throughout time and how it plays narratively in mythology. I also draw. There's Nietzsche, I did that one. There's Jung, David and Adam. That's supposed to be Socrates, Peterson. My dad, a girl with a pearl earring. This is, I forget who it was, but it was by Michelangelo. My code. I could code for hours if I wanted to. So far, I'm only coding one thing, basketball simulation. This shows a player, shows the season that I stole the data from. You got 30 teams of all these stats that are recorded. You have all NBA teams. This is supposed to be for like MVP. I don't know why I find it really interesting. Yeah, I don't know why. It's kind of dumb because it serves no purpose. It isn't really that statistically accurate. Because the thing is, this is running 82 times 30 games. But it's running that many simulations. But it's fun, I like it. One of my friends, he wanted to get into coding. And he was like, oh, Chris, you should get into it too. So I said, okay, I'll learn it. So I learned the language C++. And then he never learned. So I ended up being the only one with coding skills. And then I kept on it, he did not. Probably was about normal, but high end, but that's it.
What other things are you interested in?
Or psychology, evidently. You saw my little library.
Mm-hmm.
It's growing, but I don't think I'll add many more physical copies. I have a lot of online books. I own the entire catalog of Nietzsche. Most of Jung, everything of Freud. I own some Plato, Aristotle, Dostoevsky, a lot of Dostoevsky. I'm just in the mood to read. I'll read Dostoevsky because his story is more novella than it is informative. You read Jung, Freud, even philosophers like Nietzsche, it's more lecturing than it is something you do for the enjoyment of it in itself. I read about this guy Freud, so I'm gonna read him. I'm gonna read Jung. I'm gonna see if there is any merit to this. And so I read it. I was like, wow, this is really interesting. Do they have anyone else? So then I read Nietzsche. I heard Peterson speak about Dostoevsky, Crime and Punishment. So I said, okay, I'll read that. So then I said, oh wow, my parents have a few of these books. I'm gonna read some more. John Steinbeck, I'm gonna read that. Catch-22, I'm gonna read that. Dorian Gray, I'm gonna read that. Plato, I'm gonna read that. I read a lot that summer. So then I said, you know, I'm in psych. Let me read some of these textbooks again. Who do they highlight? They highlight, what do you call it? Carl Rogers.
From my own years of therapeutic experience, I've come to feel that if I can create the proper climate, the proper relationship, the proper conditions.
So he's really interesting. He has this really cool concept, congruence, empathy, and unconditional positive regard.
A process of therapeutic movement will almost inevitably occur in my client.
I looked him up on film, on YouTube, and I saw what he did for people.
But I guess you're opening up to me to say yes, but I have been really wounded badly by a lot of people.
The real interactions with real people.
For sure. Just made me think that you can understand that a little bit.
You know, this guy, the books, they say a lot. It means a lot more when you see the person's face and what emotions they feel but can't describe, they can't articulate, the faces they make, the gestures they have. That means a lot, it's powerful. These weren't actors. They weren't paid professionals. They weren't there to help Razor's reputation. And yet Razor's was there to get proof of them.
You'd be taking a chance on your relationship with her. You'd be taking a chance on letting her know who you are, really.
The fact that someone's really able to get through to some of these people who have gone through so much hurt, who are going in spirals, who are a broken record, the fact that someone is able to do that is amazing. I want to be able to do that. So I said, why not? Why can't I be? Why can't I do that? I'll learn about it. I'll practice it. I'll go to school for it. And that's why I'm in school.
I guess one thing that I feel very keenly is it's an awfully risky thing to live.